Hello there, Scotty. You're not. We are now. Welcome back to the Smallville Retrospective, where we are now on Season 8, Episode 13. Power! Yes, power, if you didn't understand what I just said. There's the thing, I have the thing right here. I have booklet. Power! Yes. That's what I don't have is power. I'm gonna need this. Moment, please. I have to get batteries for my AirPods controller. Just died on me. On the farm, in the barn, on the farm, in the barn, All right. So this episode, it's I'm sorry, but I no longer care about Clark and Lana, and that's all this is. It's just more stuff. We get backstory on what happened to Lana, or should I say we get some retconning, because I'm pretty freaking sure that what they say happened in this episode wasn't actually supposed to be what happened, and they never planned on bringing Lana back, but then they did, and it just feels like a whole retcon. We start not in the barn or on the farm. We start out in a laboratory. Dr. Grohl is there, preparing some kind of procedure to an experiment, and his assistant warns him that they're not ready for human testing, but Dr. Grohl says, yes, we are. So, they begin a procedure, and the device bursts in flames, and the subject is passed through the flames, and it turns out to be Lana. Yes. And we go to credits, and we come back, Chloe. And there's the farmhouse on the farm, not in the barn. And there's the house, and Clark is watching Lana's video. Why? They try to justify it by he's saying, well, I'm rewatching it to figure out, to understand why she left. I'm just like, okay. And he mentions that they had kissed the night before, so yes. And she's like, well, how's that a bad thing? He's, well, I moved on so much. Remember how you just yelled at me about your cousin the other day? And maybe you should talk about it with Lana. And that she'll be at my apartment. So he zooms there. When he gets there, the whole apartment has been ripped apart. Right in a second. Tess is there with gun. And she sees it's Clark. She said she came to warn Lana because Lana was investigating some LuthorCorp technology. She says that Lana showed her who Lex really is and tells it the real reason Lana left Smallville. In a flashback, Lana is speaking to the video camera in a horrible obvious wig, to make it look like her regular hair before that. Yes, apparently 2 men were actually holding her at gunpoint, forcing her to record it. And I was hoping by the end of it we revealed that she was lying, and that. But no, it's just. Apparently, Tess was in charge of this. They put Lana in the back of a van to transfer her to a safe location, but she pretends to be sick. Disarms the men that's covering her, and then picks up a gun, shoots him in the shoulder before ordering the driver out. She drives off to a gas station where she goes to the bathroom and cut her hair so we can justify why her hair looks different now. It makes it short. Clark gets mad at Tess and pushes her against the wall. She apologizes, saying that Lex told her it was for Lana's own good. He interrogates Lex on the names of the bodyguards who kidnapped Lana. He says that they're dead, and he's now using new employees. But while looking through a drawer, Clark finds a Phoenix medallion. Tess says it belongs to her strategic advisor, Carter Beaufrey. When Clark goes to the mansion to talk to Beaufrey, he then says he has his own medallion, but he mentions the thing of Delana. So, in another flashback, Lana offers Carter money to train her, and she convinces him to help. Puts her through a very severe training regimen designed to improve resistance, pain, and torture. But she's still holding on to Clark, and he says, until you let go of that, you'll become a new person, you won't get any farther. After the training, she says she needs power, which she had before, but she wasn't ready for it emotionally. Carter says, no, don't do that, but gives her a Phoenix medallion to remember the lessons she learned. It's after this that Carter tells Clark that Lana did go to Metropolis. Lana returned to Metropolis, and he tracked her down, considering Lana his chance of redemption. She continued to investigate Luthor Corp against his advice, so he took a job with Tess to provide her with information. She also mentioned she contacted someone else, Chloe Sullivan. More retconning that be, because this next flashback makes no fucking sense of where it comes in. Okay? So, but not yet. Back in the laboratory, Grohl is grafting a layer of nanites onto Lana. In Metropolis, Tess meets with Regan Matthews. Yes, he's back. Back again. Confronts him that he broke into Lana's apartment. So, her apartment was broken into, but she wasn't actually kidnapped. Okay. Reagan says he's trying to save Lex, and like Tess, who she offers him a job. He says, no, I'm fine working with Lex. And he's like, you really have a choice. I want you to give me the Ministry of Technology, or she'll take it anyway. So, the regeneration process is complete. Grohl removes Lana from the machine and puts her into a quarantine. Clark finds Chloe in Smallville and asks why she didn't tell him about the meeting Lana. He said, because she told me not to. So we have a flashback now of at the Foundation office. They embrace and ask, I think it's you again, but you're back. She goes, I'm not staying. I'm here to look at Project Ares, which was the previous project that he was working on at the end of season 7. Chloe says, don't look into it, but Lana says she's going to do it anyway, so she'll tell Clark when the time is right. She makes Chloe promise not to say anything to Clark. Chloe explains that to Clark the program was mothballed a year ago, and then wonders why Lana didn't contact Clark if she was forced to make the DVD. Like, if she was forced to make the DVD, why didn't she contact you? And Clark realizes because she was busy planning revenge on Lex. Tess returns to her office at Deadly Planet to find the security guard, Deed. I like how she's talking. She's like, oh, somebody's getting brave or about to do something stupid. And she finds he's dead, and she's like, I see it's the second one. And then Regan is there and reveals that he killed the man after forcing him to give up location of Lex's lab. Tess says the she has security cameras that were recorded her guard's death. And Regan boasts that he viewed some of the recordings Lex made of her. And it made me realize, so if Lex has had a camera behind her eye the whole time, he's probably seen her naked. Which again, given a reveal we get later, in the later season, kind of ewy. With just... Again, just keep in your mind, it's like Star Wars. Okay? But, he tries to shoot her, but she disarms him and then kicks the shit out of him. To death. Not to the pain, to the death. She kicks the shit out of him to death. I like to... Would you kick his head till it smooshed in or something? I don't know how that... I always find it weird in horror movies where they smash someone's head and it's like, if their head's made of jello, maybe. I don't know how it's always so easy for them to do that. Like, you can have, like, Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers that have supernatural powers or whatever, but then you just go, or whatever. But like what he does to Sartain. But like, I don't know. She can just kick this normal weighted looking woman can just smush this dude who seems to be at least 40 pounds heavier than she is. I know she does kickboxing stuff, but come on. Chloe and Clark return to the Foundation, and she tells him there's another classified legal project called Prometheus, which she has not been able to hack into. Clark uses X-ray vision and finds out Lana has a hidden safe behind a radiator. Keep in mind, she hasn't actually been there doing stuff for months, but she's had that back there the whole time. Sure. He pulls out the safe door and finds a hard drive to hook it up and brings up files of Lana talking to Dr. Grohl. Which Clark's like, who's that? He's like, that's Dr. Grohl. She's like, that's Dr. Grohl. I'm like, he doesn't know who Dr. Grohl is by this point? No. In the flashbackies, Lana contacts Grohl and comments on creating beliefs and wants to provide skin graft, capable of providing superpowers. Apparently, he, much like with Lex, he denies everything, but she says Lex is too dangerous and to have it, and she is a better choice. She convinces Grohl to use Lex to improve mankind and offers him space to set up his laboratory. So she tells co-workers that Lana is Lex's guinea pig. All this is Lex's orders, so yeah. Chloe and Clark realize that Lana wants to use space technology on herself. In Grohl's laboratory, Lana stabilizes as they attach the suit. Tess arrives and demands to know where the Prometheus technology is. Grohl runs the opening in the chamber could kill Lana and claims it was Les's orders to put Lana into it. Tess says the Prometheus must be destroyed. So, Grohl warns that destroying it could kill Lana, but Tess does not care. So she pulls a gun out, prepares to shoot it. Grohl lunges for the gun. Shot goes into the control panel, and Tess downs Grohl and shoots at Grohl. Before it hits him, Clark enters into super speed just in time to see Lana burst out of the thing. The containment chamber is what it is. And catch the bullet, knock Tess out, and smile at Clark before zooming away. After commercial, we come back to the mansion, where Tess alerts her people to find Lana before she finds Tess. Too late, because Lana's already there in the study, burning all the research files on Prometheus. She tries to run, but Lana cuts her off and says she's there as a friend. She warns Tess that Tess's anger against Lex will doom her. Lex will doom her, and Lex is still in control of her. Lana tells Tess not to be a victim anymore, and then leaves. At the DP, Clark is searching police reports for information on Lana when she contacts them via superhearing. Says, meet on the Rufus! So, he gets there and he's concerned that her power somehow she has now will overwhelm her, right? She says she can handle it. Remember the last time she got power, she tried to kill Lex, right? Now it's different, apparently. Lana says she doesn't have to worry about her anymore because she can protect herself, and it means she will no longer be a distraction for him, and together they can make the world a better place. Clark says that's why he wants, worries that normally dreams don't come true. Not as sure as him, there's never been anything normal about them. And then they kiss. And Scotty goes, no! So for the life of me, I couldn't remember this episode. Like, what is this? I note in the initial airing, I did miss an episode of Smallville because at the time, a friend of mine was between homes and he was staying at the hotel across the street from me. So I think this was airing on a Thursday at the time, same time that TNA Impact was airing, and I think I was over at the hotel with him watching TNA Impact. And then the next week, I asked if we could actually watch Smallville because it would be on before, and I could watch Supernatural some other time. I think it was on the same night, I don't remember, but yeah. So, I remember watching the next episode, Requiem. I remember watching that one, but I don't remember this one. So, but no, the stupid. And Lois has disappeared. Like I think I said this in the last episode. She's just gone, and it's like, if they were doing some kind of character development where Clark is figuring out that Lana's not who he needs, but Lois is. Lois has been off screen this entire fucking time. Pardon my French. And it's just been him and Lana. So there's no character development, really, towards the Lois side of things, because Lois is conveniently off screen now helping Yimi. So, yeah. I think there should have been more focus on this love triangle. Like, he's always going towards Lana, but Lois is right there, and then he realizes that Lana's not what he needs, Lois is. But they don't do that. And when we get to the next episode, you just see how just how forced the split between them is. But we've made it. We'll give this a 2. We made it to the low point. We'll give this one a 2. I didn't care for it. It's stupid. Not a flashback, retconning, terrible wigs, and yeah, no. It's no good episode. Maybe the worst episode of this season. We'll see. But yeah. So what are your thoughts on this episode? You know, so much like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Scott, and I'll see you in the next one.